Mount Union. These are students from Negotiating Diversity, which is a capstone course at the university. And one of the goals of the capstone course is really just to examine or address a problem or an issue from multiple perspectives or multiple disciplines. So tonight we are going to hear some students present on diversity. And let me start by introducing Dr. Ivory Lyons. And some of you may recognize Dr. Lyons. He's been here before. He was a guest speaker here last year. So this is his class. Our student presenters this evening, we're going to start with London Fitzhugh. London. He's a sport business major from Baltimore, Maryland. We have Logan Neiman. He's an accounting major from McBain, Michigan. And we have Kareem Young, who is also a sport business major from Willoughby. So we're going to open with prayer, and then we'll just turn things over to our guests. Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather here tonight to support these students in their efforts. Bless our labors and our intentions so that all we do reflects positively on you. Help us learn from each other and appreciate each other so that we are better equipped to be witnesses to your great works and to your grace. We're proud to be your children and will do our best to honor you as we acknowledge your patience, wisdom, power, and love. Amen.
All right. Once again, my name is Logan Neiman. Glad to be here today. We're here, like you said, for our class, and we're going to address a few things that we learned throughout this course. So let's get started. So what is diversity to you? Does anyone have a definition of what diversity is to them? Any idea?
Appreciating differences.
Yep. And you know, diversity is many different things. It's religion, it's age, it's ethnicity, it's a lot of different things that go into diversity. It's not just one thing. And diversity is good, like you said, because it brings everyone together, and there's a lot of strengths and different ideas that come along with this, these differences. And I just kind of named why diversity is important to everyone. You know, everyone comes from a different background, everyone comes from different areas, different ways of thinking, and this is going to make us stronger in the business world, on the sports field, and anywhere you go, it's going to make us stronger. So. However, we have some problems with equality and things that we've learned. So there's two different types of racism that we've talked about. Individual racism, which deals with attacking one person or one group, and this could be with words. This could be with actions, physically harming, doing things like that to someone. But the most dangerous and the most prevalent right now in today's society is institutionalized racism. And MLK says it's racism without a face, and that's exactly what it is. A lot of people that are taking part in this institutionalized racism doesn't even know what's going on. They're not bad people, they're just not educated on what's happening in the world today. Because a lot of these ideas go way back to the start of our country, and people are having a hard time catching these points and catching these issues. So the first, there's many examples of it, but I'm just gonna hit a few. And the first one I'm gonna hit is redlining. So redlining, for you that don't know, is banks and insurance companies denying loans to people or groups of certain status or certain ethnicity because they're considered high risk. And even if, for example, if an African American person has a job, can easily pay for this loan or mortgage, they a lot of times they aren't giving these people the same chance as you know, a white person would have to get these. And once again, banks and different people don't even know they're doing this when they're educated. Some banks got caught a couple years ago for doing this, and the people didn't even know they were doing it. It's just how their company was ran for so long. And this is an example of not knowing what's going on. But once educated, they can fix the problem and move on. Next is less resources and more diverse schools. So this is more or less high school. And we want to fight for equality and make sure everyone's getting a fair treatment. However, many high schools are not getting the same amount of resources, whether it's books, qualified teachers as predominantly more white schools and higher socioeconomic areas. The next is prison sentencing, and that, for example, I'm going to talk about crack cocaine and powder cocaine and their prison sentencing. Both the same drug, just different forms. Powder cocaine is found in predominantly white neighborhoods that are using it, and crack is found in predominantly African American neighborhoods. However, the sentencing is 150 months for crack cocaine, and powder is 87 months. Same drug, both very bad for you. However, just institutionalized, prison sentencing is a lot harsher for a drug that's in usually a minority community. And this is another thing that a lot of researchers are looking into and trying to fix. A lot of politicians are looking into this because it's not fair. It's the same drug, and just so much difference of punishment. And in the prisons today, 60% of people in jail are of minority status, and they make up 60%. However, of our population, they make up 30%. And I'm a big supporter of police officers. I'm a big supporter. I just think institutionalized, they've been told to go to these certain communities. These people are more likely to commit crimes. However, studies have shown people in white communities and people in minority communities have no difference in drug usage. The same percentage are using drugs. However, they're looking in these neighborhoods more, so of course they're going to catch more people. So we're going to move on to the next one, and privilege. So white privilege, we all have it. I didn't know about it till we took this class, and it's not a bad thing to have privilege. It's a good thing. We can use it for our power. We can use a good platform to preach for equality, to preach for what's right and wrong, and we can condone the bad things, but we can also preach and strive and tell people that they're doing a good job and tell them to keep striving to do better things. So we got to educate people on what is going wrong, and we also have to educate people on what they're doing right, because you also have to reward people when they're doing the right things. And I'm gonna end with microaggressions. So microaggressions is many people don't even know that they're happening. However, they can be very damaging to someone. And I've actually have used some of these before, and also have heard people using them, but I didn't know about them. So now that I'm educated about them, I can catch them more quickly now that I know about them. So I'm going to give you a little video here of some examples of this. This is a short little video.
Oh, you're so pretty for a black girl. Oh, she has a Jew nose. Oh, your hair would look so good if it was straight. Jews are so cheap. Why are you so cheap? Do you speak good English? How are you an Iraqi Jew? I think the person saying microaggression kind of doesn't really think about it. This person who said it was my friend, and like I was astonished that they would like say something like that. You don't want to make a big deal about it, but then it's also like you just said something that offended me, so I feel like I should speak up. Because they're micro, because they're very subtle, they're small, you feel like you don't have a reason.
So there's just a few, and you know, many of us have you know, witnessed these and have said some of these not knowing what we were saying, and being educated on these things, I think we can do a better job of eliminating these things and thinking about more people's feelings in the future. So that's all I have to say for mine. Next up is London. He's going to talk about media and about what he learned in this class.